You know, I've been in more religions than anyone I've ever met. And I've given my heart and soul to those religions because I was born with kind of a mandate. The way I came out, some people come out as great swimmers or great authors or great scientists. And the way when I was born, it was, what can I do positive in the world? And I believed in a God. I believe there was a God. I was born into a Catholic family. So by 10 or 11 years old, I decided, hey, maybe I'll become a priest because that's all I knew at the time. And I went to the seminary for a short time and I saw what those people there did and how they behaved and what they studied and what they were involved in. And I didn't really understand community at the time. And I didn't really understand about right and wrong or what I thought was the best way or the golden rule, you know. I didn't really understand those things. So I thought, even though I can't really put my finger on it, no, I don't want to be a priest. There's something screwed up here. There's something wrong here. My brother went there for a whole year, I think, and all he talked about was the homosexual activity that he remembered and making fun of the teachers. And I don't think that was enhancing his life or enhancing the lives of others. He never went on to do anything at all that was charitable or that was dedicated to making the world a better place. Quite the opposite, in fact. So after that, I got involved in other religions and I got involved in other self-help things and I got involved in other social things and I got involved in charity projects and things like that. Now, when I see people praying, when we look at people praying, we look at people studying their holy books, talking about their holy books. If we took those couple billion people that were dedicated to this dogma, dedicated to just this total dead time of asking a non-existent being for help, and then interpreting something that happened according to their belief in that non-existent being. What an incredible waste of time. And I'll tell you, this is exactly why we've got a lot of really good-hearted people that are completely misled, completely confused, completely diverted off the track of reality, and more invested in a delusion that there's some God coming, or there's some God plan, or there's some universal plan for us, instead of getting off their butts and doing something about the 14,000 children that are dying every day needlessly through our regret, through our neglect. So if we're sitting there studying our holy book, or we're sitting there talking to our sky daddy, how much is that doing for those children? How much is that doing for the genocide that's going on right now in Gaza? Is it doing anything? Let me tell you, if you can take a look, if you can break out of that bubble and take a look at exactly what's happening, there is no God that cares. And all your prayer and all your holy book and all your study, none of that is necessary whatsoever. All you really need to do is say, oh, I see an injustice. I see somebody not going by the golden rule. I think I should hold them accountable at the same time as I'm helping those people that are so underserved, those people that are so abused, those people that don't get the attention that they need. They don't get the clean water. They're living in abject poverty. We've got 1 billion people out of 8 billion. One out of every 8 people on this entire planet is suffering. Yet we don't have a system, we don't have a platform to help them. It's ridiculous. It blows my mind. Well, that's what the Everybody Community Platform is about. And we're starting that now. Okay, this is March of 2024. By the end of this year, we're going to have 6 cities that are actively participating on the West Coast, actively participating and part of this online platform, this community that helps bring people together, helps people learn how to cooperate, helps to solve the problems that the community is suffering from. For example, how about racism? Nothing's been done about that. Look at the racism in America. It's terrible. Look at the poverty. Look at the people living on the street in tents. Look at the people openly ODing on drugs. Look at the people that are victims of crime. Look at people walking into a pharmacy, taking anything they want, walking out the door. I don't really understand that because I haven't been living in the States for a couple of years now. But I'm going back to the States. I'm going to San Diego on April 10th. But I don't really understand that. I don't get that. How could that possibly be? That just seems so bizarre. And all these hundreds and thousands of people that are going across the border and getting free rent in New York. I saw an article on that today. They're getting 7 months or something free rent. They're getting cash. They're getting all these things. We don't even know who they are. And there's no system. It's okay, come in, you're welcome, but you've got to be accountable. We've got to know who you are. And that should be for every single person around us in my community. I can't control the world, and I don't want to control the world. But the people that are around me that I need to trust, that I need to feel safe with, I have every right to know who they are and what they're up to. We get this story, oh, he was such a quiet guy. I didn't know any because he didn't know anything about him. That's how he became a mass murderer, because nobody was holding him accountable to anything. Well, we're accountable to each other. And the longer we close our eyes and put our hands together and talk to some invisible being that obviously doesn't care about us, the more we're wasting time on useless activity. Now, how does that compare to feeding the hungry, to helping the homeless to get on their feet, to holding the criminals accountable, to cleaning up our neighborhood? There's no comparison whatsoever. There's a worthless, non-productive activity. I don't care what you say. I've got more religious experience than anybody I've ever met. I've been in more religions firsthand. I've been in more self-help groups and more social groups and more we're going to save the world kind of groups than anybody I've ever met. And I started that when I was about 7 years old, and I'm 63 right now. So I know what I'm talking about. Now, I could be wrong. It's just my opinion, but come on, debate me. I want to learn. I want to find out if I'm wrong, because I haven't had a single person tell me that community is not the answer, that accountability is not the answer, that nurturing each other and helping each other to reach our goals. I've never had anybody show me how that's not the answer. Most people don't even think about it, much less are they able to debate such a topic. But I'll tell you one thing. Wasting time on religion and wasting time on some invisible being, and we don't even know who they are, where they are, or what they're going to do, but we do know that they're not helping with anything whatsoever. And that it's up to us. It's on us to make this world a better place, to save this world, and especially to save America. Please participate. The least you can do is just subscribe, like, something like that. That's free. You're welcome.